Transferring from community college to a four-year university is like going from a cozy, familiar diner where everybody knows your name to a fancy restaurant where you can't even pronounce the appetizers. At community college, I was the big fish in a little pond. I knew the ins and outs of the campus like the back of my hand. I had my favorite parking spot, my go-to coffee order, and I could navigate the cafeteria like a pro. I could tell you which days the tacos were actually edible and which days they were just a sad reminder of what food used to be. But then I decided to transfer. Oh boy, was that a journey. First, I had to figure out how to apply. I thought it would be as simple as filling out a form, but no, it was like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube while blindfolded. I had to gather transcripts, letters of recommendation, and a personal statement that was supposed to be a reflection of my academic journey. My academic journey? I barely made it through my last math class without Googling how to calculate the tip on a $10 bill. So I sat down to write this personal statement, and I thought, what do they want to hear? Do they want the truth? That I spent most of my time in the library pretending to study while actually scrolling through TikTok? Or do they want the polished version? The one where I talk about my passion for learning and my dreams of changing the world. Spoiler alert, I went with the polished version. After I hit submit, I felt a mix of excitement and terror. I was ready to leave my beloved community college behind, but I also felt like I was about to jump off a cliff into the unknown. And then came the acceptance letter. I opened it, and it felt like I had just won the lottery. I was in. I was going to be a real college student. I could already picture myself in a dorm room surrounded by books, engaging in deep philosophical discussions about the meaning of life. Fast forward to orientation day. I walked onto the campus, and it was like stepping into a movie. There were students everywhere, all looking like they just walked off the cover of a magazine. I was wearing my favorite I Survived Community College t-shirt. And suddenly, I felt like I was in the wrong place. Who knew that college students could look so put together? I was still trying to figure out how to use the campus map without getting lost. And then there were the professors. At community college, my professors were like my cool uncles. They'd joke around, share stories, and sometimes even let us leave class early if we promised to do our homework. But at the university, my professors were like wizards. They spoke in riddles and had PhDs in things I couldn't even pronounce. I sat in my first lecture, and I felt like I had just walked into a foreign country where everyone was speaking a language I didn't understand. But the best part? The social scene. At community college, my social life revolved around study groups and late-night pizza runs. At the university, it was like being thrown into a whirlwind of parties, clubs, and events. I went to my first party, and I swear, it was like a scene from a movie. People were dancing, laughing, and I was just standing there, clutching my drink like it was a life preserver. I realized that I had no idea how to socialize with people who weren't just trying to survive finals week. So here I am navigating this new world, trying to balance the excitement of new experiences with the overwhelming feeling of being a small fish in a vast ocean. I've learned that transferring isn't just about changing schools. It's about embracing the chaos, finding your place, and maybe, just maybe, learning how to pronounce bruschetta without sounding like a total fool.